Hi, I'm Barbara, and I recently converted to Judaism. I'm Barbara, my husband is Ken. We are always called Barbie and Ken. We've been married for 14 years and we have 4 children. Liam is 12, Asher is 10, Nafisa is 5, and Gideon is 6 months. Liam is my bookworm. He loves to read, he loves outer space, he wants to be the first man to walk on Mars. Asher is my hyperactive child. He is bouncing off the walls. If you can't find him, look in the nearest tree. He will probably be at the top of it. Nafisa is 5. She is our only girl, and of course she's the princess. She is treated like the only girl in the household. And Gideon is 6 months old. He just started crawling, so we have to start moving everything out of reach again. When I was little, I grew up Catholic, and as I reached my teenage years, I started having questions that went unanswered. And so as I went along, as I got older, I kind of started slipping away from Catholicism, and by the time I got old enough to where I didn't have to go to Mass, if I didn't drive myself, I wouldn't go. I just fell away from it. I fell away from all religion for quite a while.
Good job.
It wasn't until after my husband and I got married that I started feeling empty. I needed something, and so I started visiting the churches that were around our house, and nothing seemed right. I couldn't find where I fit in. And my husband, he had started converting to Judaism many, many years ago, never finished. But he was like, what about this? This is what I was going towards. That's where I felt that I fit in. Would that work for you? And we started talking about it more, and the more we talked, the more we researched, the more we studied, the more we felt that was right. Got in touch with the local rabbi, and we met with him, and we started going to classes with him and learning about Judaism, and I felt I finally fit, that was where I belonged. It felt like I'd come home. Conversion to Judaism is not overnight. You don't just say, okay, I'm Jewish now. It doesn't work that way. I know a lot of people were like, oh, well, it's just a different faith. It's not a different faith. You're bringing yourself into a new ethnicity, a new history. You're taking on the history of the Jews, and that includes the good as well as the bad. We're learning how to keep kosher, so each counter is used for a different item. The one marked with a red tag is used for meat, one's marked with a white tag are for dairy, and if it's got a green tag, that is everything else, or the neutral foods like fruits, veggies. Believe it or not, tuna and eggs are actually neutral foods. We found what we were searching for in Judaism, and I'm so glad we converted, and I'm ready to move on. I use Cafe Mom a lot for sharing photos, getting ideas, getting tips and tricks. So if I'm having a rough day with the kids, I can find whichever group is appropriate, type something up and say, I'm losing my mind. And they will all understand and say, here's what you need to do. Drop the kids and go take a bubble bath. I can do that. My Cafe Mom screen name is Mom of 3 in Tennessee, and you can find me in the Jewish Moms group on Cafe Mom.